Hello. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about social media. Now, I don't really love hanging out on social media. Sometimes I get sucked in there and I kind of hate that. But I do have a business. And so when I started my business, I wasn't really on social media and I did go on to social media for the sake of my business. And if you don't have a website yet, and you have a fledgling business, so I'm talking to you if you're at the very beginning, then I do think a social media platform can be really helpful because it works well when you create content regularly. It gives you somewhere that people can refer their friends to. It lets you have a link. And so if you've been following along with some of my other videos where I talk about Zoom and Acuity and setting your ABN up, then I think a social media platform is a good step. Then it's just a matter of figuring out what really works for you. So I do have these 3 questions that I suggest you ask yourself. It's like, where are your people hanging out? So for most of us that are serving women that are like mother age or a little bit older, our people are going to be on Instagram, unless our audience is much older. And then our audience might be on Facebook a bit more. If you want like talking to, if you're serving people who are in corporate right now and trying to leave their corporate job to start a business, then maybe LinkedIn is for you. But whatever you do, just choose one and learn how to use that really well for now. So where are your people hanging out? Where can you show up and feel happy? Like if I post on Facebook, I just don't feel happy. I don't know what it is, but Instagram, for some reason, I can post there. I feel happier there. So it's really about which platform do you understand how it works and can you show up? So even if your people are on Instagram, but you really just don't get it and it feels like it's stalling you and it's getting in the way to try to figure out how it works, you just don't feel comfortable there and that's a block. Well, you could do my Instagram course, but also you could just post to Facebook if that feels more familiar. If you're like, oh, well, I know how to use Facebook and that feels more comfortable, then do that for now. Like later on, when you've really nailed one, you can choose a different one. And also, where are you able to use the tool and where do you feel happy? That was both of them merged into one. So that's the 3 questions. Where are your people? Where do you understand how the tool works and can you show up and create the content using that tool? And where do you feel happy? Because your energy is going to come through. And people often say, oh, I love your videos. If I'm not feeling great, my videos won't go well. I have to, like today, when I saw this topic in my list of topics, I thought, yes, I can talk about that today. And then I feel good, and then my good energy comes through. So it's the same for you. It's really just important that you feel good on that platform. And if it's really shutting you down, then you either need to just do a little training to suss out the platform or choose a different platform. It's fine. Now, the one thing that I do recommend with your social media is, even if you don't have a website yet, that you do these 2 things, that you link it up with your Acuity. If you've gone and set up Acuity so that people can make bookings with you, that's great. So you want to sort of send them off there so they can book sessions, and that you make a commitment to create some content with some kind of regularity. Now, that doesn't have to be every day. However, posting every day is really good for you as a creative person because it becomes, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So the first few of my videos, I probably wasn't as happy with, and then over time I've become more comfortable. The first few social media captions I wrote, I wasn't that happy with them, and I've become happier with them. Same with my blog writing and all of my content creation. The more I do it, the better I get at it, simply because I've done more of it. So if you can bring yourself to post every day, that's good. And if you can't, even once or twice a week is fine, as long as you feel good when you create the content. So I think it's important to have social media for your business as an interim, like because it's free and you don't need to set much up and it connects you with other people. A website is a lot of work, and I have another video and post all about this, about like a website's a big cash investment, a big time investment. You have to have all your wording and messaging figured out. You want to have some great images. You probably need to know what's going on with your brand in terms of your colors and your fonts. So it's definitely not like in the first 6 months online. I don't think that that website is what you should do. I think it's great if you want to have a way for people to book with you, use Acuity or Calendly or something like that. Use that as the link on your social media. Where it says website, it doesn't have to be a website. It can be your Acuity link or your Calendly booking link. So in the short term, it's great to have a social media platform because it's free. You get to practice saying, talking about what your message is. So talking about the things you care about, talking about how you serve people. You can see I need practice as well. So you get to practice speaking about your purpose, speaking about your service, writing about your service, making videos. You get to practice all that content creation, and that will support a website later when it's time. You also get used to seeing your face on social media, hearing your voice on social media, just on the internet. Doesn't matter if it's social media or anywhere else. And if you are completely opposed to social media and you just don't want to do it at all, it's fine. You don't have to. There are other ways. I just think it's cheaper, quicker, and easier to set up a social media platform for now and before you crack into a website. I don't think a website is the first move. I think I've made my point. I think it's a good idea to have social media, and especially if you are a more sensitive person, a sort of spiritually minded person, you care about personal growth, you care about making the world a better place, about the environment, about care for people. If you're one of those people, social media desperately needs you because you will bring such a beautiful energy and make the space so much richer. So even though it feels difficult, I think it's really important for people like us to show up and shine a different kind of light so that these spaces don't become dark and awful spaces. They become places of light and transformation. I hope you have a really beautiful day. I hope this video made some sense. And if you are starting up your business and you start a social media account, comment below with your link or tag me in your Instagram post and I will come and say hello. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.